Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Corey, better known as the Seaman, and I want to welcome you to another edition of the Seaman's Cinema Sit-Down. That's right, folks. You know where we're chilling. We're chilling in the comic book corner. But you know what we're not doing? We're not talking about Avengers. Oh, no! We are taking a break from the mighty Thanos' reign of the Marvel Cinematic Universe and stepping out of it to go hang out with the new reigning champion of just Marvel movies. Obviously, not a cinematic universe movie. Maybe one day it will be, but not yet. This movie, oh, it's devilishly delightful. So you know the drill, guys. I want you to pull up a chair. I want you to take a seat. I want you to really listen. Because I'm going to drop some knowledge on you guys before we talk about what movie we're talking about if you haven't figured it out. It's very important. It's so important it's on my shirt. I want you to always be yourself. Unless, of course, you can be Deadpool. Then always be Deadpool. Oh, man, we're talking Deadpool 2, guys. It is marvelous. Oh, so much fun. Just, look, people, I know I'm going to address the big elephant in the room. Twitter embargo lifted, and immediately people went to, oh, this movie is better than Avengers. Look, these movies are two separate things. Obviously, you know how much I love Avengers, as all I've been talking about for weeks now. But that is an event. It's a 10-year build-up to something massive that was just perfectly executed for what it had to be. You want to go textbook movie? Yeah. Deadpool is, without a doubt, a better movie. It's certainly a lot more fun, because there's just a lot of awesomeness to Avengers, but a lot of heaviness to Avengers. This movie, there's some heaviness too. There's some nice emotional beats in this movie, but it is just a ton of fun. It's so well written, just so well executed. Ryan Reynolds, I mean, dude, look, man, I know you can't. Ryan Reynolds publicly came out and talked about how much pressure there was for this movie. Yeah, man, you got nothing to worry about. You keep doing this, you're gonna hit home runs every time out the ballpark. This is a massive home run. For me, I honestly, we'll save it for no, I'm not going to say it. I like this movie more than the first one. I just thought it was well put together and just executed. Oh, it's so much fun. So, but before we go slobbering all over Deadpool, you know how I roll. I like to start with the bad and end with the good. So bad, now and remember, this is a non-spoiler review. I'm not even going to attempt to do a spoiler review yet without seeing this movie at least once, if not two more times, because it is jam-packed with just so many goodies. But, so that means non-spoiler review time right now. I'd like to say it'd be the 5-minute variety, but it probably won't, so we're not even going to try, because I want to talk about this movie. I'm almost kind of winging it, not really, I always have notes. I just got home, and I'm just like, I am on a Deadpool high. But let's focus myself and start with the bad, and I got a major gripe with this movie, man. First 30 minutes, I almost died, because I almost stopped breathing because I was laughing too damn hard. That's my biggest gripe with this movie. I almost died of lack of oxygen because of just too much laughter. Oh my god, the opening to the movie it's marvelous. I really don't have anything bad to say about this movie. The one thing I'll piggyback off of the not being able to breathe, there's a couple times in this movie where like I said, there are some solid emotional beats. And a few times those emotional beats, before you can even fully realize them, me, I'm a wuss. I cry at movies. And there were a couple times in the movie where it's like, oh, you're gonna get me to, and before I could even say it, I'm laughing. Now, they make up for it because they really let you live in a really nice moment toward the end of this movie, and you get to feel it. And there is just so much heart in this movie. I don't know how Ryan Reynolds keeps making these rated R action superhero movies with all this action and violence and gore, if you will, and just language and oh my language. And yet there's so much heart. He kind of mentions at the beginning that this is a family film. Now, I'm not saying go take your little kids to this movie, because they will be saying things that little kids should not say. But Deadpool's not entirely wrong. This movie kind of is a family movie. Or at least it's his family movie. So that means we're going to just jump into the good, because that's all I want to talk about. And before we even get into all of it, there was one thing going into this movie that as soon as things started laying out, I went, oh, Ryan Reynolds, you better do this. And if you don't, no matter how much I laugh, no matter how much fun I have, I'll consider this movie a failure because it's just the obvious thing to do. Now, I said non-spoilers, I won't say it out loud. If you figure it out, that's on you. But I completely forgot that was something that I wanted to happen in this movie. I was halfway through going, oh my god, this is amazing, this is marvelous, I love this movie, this might be my favorite movie of the year. Totally forgot that I had something that Ryan Reynolds needed to do until he did it. And when he did, I just was like, victory! Alright, no, I said yes really loud in the movie theater and I clapped. But in my head, I was doing a Johnny Drama victory, man. When that happened, I was just like, boom, there it is. That's how you know. Like, if it would have been at the beginning of the movie, you know, you're in, like, that's how you just know you can trust anything this cat's gonna do, man. Ryan Reynolds, I mean, and that's where you really gotta start, right? Ryan Reynolds is just wonderful. His humor, so on point. I mean, he doesn't miss a beat in this movie. His action sequences are great. I mean, it's everything he did in the first movie, better. I'll say it is better than the first movie, man. I said at the start, man, it's funnier. I think it's written better. You know, the action is kind of on par, but this action is just so much fun. Like I said, there are some serious emotional beats in this movie, but you were able to have more fun with Deadpool being Deadpool. Although he is Wade Wilson a whole lot in this movie, which is awesome. Tough to look at sometimes, man. He is not easy on the eyes. Miranda Backer and Vanessa, you are a gem of a woman. No, I'm totally kidding. No, we do get a lot of Wade Wilson, which is a ton of fun too. And it gives, Ryan some face time on screen. But just everything that he does in this movie, man, he just knows the character so well. It is everything that has to do with this movie. It starts with Ryan Reynolds, and the success starts there, and it doesn't end there. But man, does he launch this thing into the stratosphere of win. The opening sequence to this movie, I mentioned it several times already. It felt like it was just 20 minutes of nonstop laughter. I don't know for sure if it was 20 minutes, but it felt like enough things had happened in the movie, like 20 minutes had passed. And then we get hit with the opening credits sequence after all of that. And we've heard the rumors, right? Celine Dion was going to be involved in this opening credit sequence. And oh my God, it was better than I could have even imagined. And what they do with it, they reference later on toward the post-animated credits. Like I said, he thinks of everything, man. They got it all. They think of everything. This team is just so good. So I mean, that is awesome, right? Like, you had maybe some of the best opening credits I've ever seen in the first one. You just certainly put yourself in a category to say you might have not overdid it, but you might have topped it. It was so well executed. Like I said, the action in the movie is great. The hand-to-hand combat work with him and Cable. Oh, and the way they use Deadpool and his body in this movie, right? Because he's the merc that, he doesn't die. That's his superhero power. So he gets broken a lot in this movie. And the way they utilize his body, there's a sequence with him and Cable that's phenomenal. Just so creative. And the whole movie's creative, but to get creative with his body and the way they break it in multiple times. Which also then sets up, like, ridiculous humor. One of maybe the most outrageous, funniest moment in the entire movie happens because of the way they are able to break his body and it rebuilds itself. Oh, it's marvelous. I want to talk about it, but I can't. Non-spoiler. No spoilers. Look, there's, so, I mean, all that, the action is just, it's high-octane action, man. Just non-stop adrenaline when it's going, man. When it gets going, it gets going. There's a CGI fight. I mean, it is a CGI fight. I do this because it's an actual quote. Deadpool kind of throws out like, "Oh, we got a CGI fight coming," and it's great. It pays off so well. I mean, it looks fabulous, and it's so much fun. Everything in this movie is fun, even when our heroes are getting their asses beat. It is just so well. And then the cast, like I said, the cast around Ryan Reynolds in this movie, phenomenal. Obviously Colossus, played by Stefan Kapich, and, good old Negasonic. Good old Negasonic Teenage Warhead, played by Brianna Hildebrand. They're back and they're wonderful. I love what they do with Negasonic's character. Really, really cool. Thought it was a well placed way to kind of insert that in, get some other well written stuff into the movie, and also provides a lot of nice humor for Deadpool to play off of with her. It's wonderful. And Colossus, man, he's back in a bigger, badder way, and he's awesome, man. He was almost MVP for me, but that goes to X-Force member numero uno, as far as like just in our hearts. She's not the first one signed on; she's actually one of the last. But Zazie Beetz as Domino, oh, she's just the breakout superstar of this movie, man. She just shines every time she's on screen, man. Pulls your attention. Her action is great, and I love the way they utilize her power. Domino is the lucky mutant, so her power involves luck, and Deadpool's like, that's not a power. When you watch it happen on screen, it is a power, and it is awesome. The way things work out for her, all things always turn up Domino. And speaking of the X-Force, I just love the way they handle the whole group. The whole X-Force thing is phenomenal. The way it's handled in the movie, the way it sets up where we're going afterwards, no matter where they go in the future, the way they do all of that is brilliant. Oh, it's so good, man. Like I said, everything in this movie makes you laugh or smile, even the serious moments. And since we're speaking serious moments, we'll bring Morena Baccarin back up as Vanessa. Oh, her and Deadpool, man. Her and Wade Wilson. Her and Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds is all of these people, I swear to you. No, their chemistry on screen just so good, man. Anytime she looks at him and goes, "Kiss me like you miss me, Red," I'm like, I wish I was Red. Like, come on, girl, bring it. Oh, man, they're just awesome, fiery. And they have just really, I tell you what, man. He got snubbed at the Oscars. He was pushing hard to get this movie nominated. Man, he drops some serious acting stuff, man. Like some real legit kind of gritty, good acting, emotional stuff between, him and Morena Baccarin, man. Oh, it tugs. Like I said, this movie tugs on your heartstrings a few times, and they set up some wonderful stuff. And then, of course, Josh Brolin. Man, this guy is now dominating two ends of the Marvel world, right? The cinematic universe and the non-cinematic universe. Dude's got his hands everywhere. He's awesome in this movie, man. The envisioning of Cable and just the execution was so cool. I love the sound effects. He has a ton of sound effects that kind of follow him around that just play so well to what he's doing. I love his look too, right? Like, it's not all CGI. He has his shirt off several times in this movie, and I mean, we all watched his transformation in leading up to the movie, so you knew you were going to get it. But you can tell there's practical makeup like on his neck, to make the kind of arms. So some of it's definitely obviously CGI'd, but some of it's practical, and it just looks really, really real. Like, it looks like he's got some crazy arm, man, and he's just awesome. Badass. Just a great guy to go up against. The him and Ryan Reynolds Deadpool moments, they're great on their chemistry, and on-screen play is so great. And the twist that they have in there for Cable is awesome. Speaking of twists, I mean, there's a couple twists in this movie, and all of them pay off really, really well. And like I said, 9 times out of 10, it's going to either make you laugh or make you smile. And then, of course, the rest of the cast, T.J. Miller back. He's phenomenal. Just every time he's on screen, he makes you laugh. He gives you some of the biggest laughs in the movie. So he's back, which is great. Blind Owl, played by Leslie Uggams. Oh, God, she's just wonderful. I love her so much. And there are several callbacks in this movie to either things that were referenced at the beginning of the movie or things referenced from Deadpool 1. There are some wonderful callback moments, some of which play with Blind Owl. But just, oh man, there's some really awesome callbacks, which is everything is there. And then Karen Sony, Dopinder, oh man, he makes you just smile. He makes you smile so much. I absolutely love Dopinder in this movie. And he gets a couple chances to shine, and they're marvelous moments. There's also one other character that's referenced in this movie 2 times, and both instances where he is referenced are just mind-blowingly good. Oh, man. I mean, one of them sets the tone real early, and the other one just kind of seals it with. I'm not gonna say it, but it seals it. Just seals the whole thing perfectly. Which leads me to our post-credit scenes. Oh man, you want to talk about wacky, insane, zany? Like, we're not gonna just preview things, we're gonna like rewrite things, man. Oh god, the end credit sequences are great. Do not stay till the end. There's one big mid credit sequence. Once that's over, you can leave. The entire theater tonight stayed. So much so that when all the credits ran and it was just a black screen, everybody was like, wait. And it almost started to feel kind of like a Family Guy joke, like it was running on really long. It's like, oh, people are going to start getting up and leaving, and then he's going to drop something. And everybody was sitting there waiting, like, oh, no, that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to make you leave the theater and then go, haha, I got you. He doesn't, which isn't disappointing at all, because if you stay to the very end, there's something that happens in the movie score-wise that you don't really pick up the beginning of, but you pick up the end of it, and you're just like, oh, that's amazing what they're saying. They play that whole thing clean with no action going on. And it's a nice little treat if you do stay to the end of the credits. That in itself made me go, I'm not too disappointed, because getting to hear that just by itself, wonderful. So look, I can't say enough good things about this movie. I mean, so I didn't even come close to a 5-minute review. I am definitely going to do a spoiler review, though, because there's just so much good stuff to talk about. So much funny, so much fun, so much heart. Oh, man, just... You want to go enjoy yourself at the movies. You want to go see a well-written movie. You want to see a well-executed movie. You'd think that I'm talking about something that could be nominated for an Oscar, and then I'm going to tell you it's a Deadpool superhero movie. But it is that good, man. It lives up to all of the hype. For me, it exceeded my expectations. I expected great things, right? I expected this movie to be really, really strong. I expected Ryan Reynolds to give a successful follow-up to his first run as Deadpool. I did not expect him to blow me away this much. I did not expect him to make me laugh this much. Oh my gosh, man. This is easily, hands down, the best comedy I've seen, certainly all year, and maybe the last couple years. I mean, like I said, it's better than Deadpool 2, and Deadpool 2 is better than Deadpool for me. And Deadpool was one of the funniest movies I had seen in a very long time. I have not laughed. My face literally hurt by the end of the movie. My sister will tell you, she came with me tonight, she'll tell you I laughed literally almost the whole movie. Absolutely love it. So much fun. Go see this movie. If I didn't give you enough reason to go see this movie, are you a crazy person? Are you not using your ears and listening to me? Go see Deadpool 2. Support this movie. Support Ryan Reynolds. Oh, so glad the comic gods gave him a third chance. And man, he just continues to pay off on the fact that he knows he had 2 chances that did not go too well. I love you, Ryan Reynolds. I love you for what you have given us with Deadpool. And the rated R superhero movie. Flawless. And it's so tasteful, right? Like I said, don't bring your little kids. But it's never gratuitous. It's never like he never crosses that line that makes me go, that's too much. He pushes that line, but never crosses it. Not for me. That's it, man. If I keep talking, I'm going to talk for another 20, 30 minutes, because I'm all amped up on Deadpool right now, because cool. So good. So that's all I've got to say. What do you guys have to say? Obviously, this is a non-spoiler review. Keep that non-spoiler in the comments section. But let me know if you've seen the movie, what you thought, how much did you love it, where does it fall in regards to the first Deadpool, where does it fall in superhero movies that have just come out recently. Not just, not just Avengers, but like this movie is a totally different take of a movie, but it's right there, man, as something special and unique the way Black Panther was special and unique. So hit those comments, man. Push the convo. Let me know what you think. If you didn't see it, did I entice you? Did I need to entice you? When are you going to see it? Let me know. I just go see the movie. I hope I enticed you if you needed enticing. You really shouldn't. Ryan Reynolds just does it on his own. But hit those comments. Let me know all your guys' thoughts. As always, if you enjoyed this slightly lengthier review than normal, but for a good reason, because, oh gosh, please give me the thumbs up. And as always, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and the little bell so you get alerts every time I make a new video. For the Seaman Cinema Sit-Down, I wish I could say I was Deadpool, but I cannot, alas. I am just the Seaman, and I am signing off. Peace!